Good afternoon all and welcome to the latest introduction for episode 17 of the Turn It Round the Corner podcast. So firstly I want to say a big thank you to all the listeners really, and everyone that sent me feedback and nice words and posted things on Instagram or whatever it is. There's been a lot of love for episode 16, obviously the two-part that it was with Ross Impleton. I think, all of you have seen what a top man he is, what great work he's done at numerous football clubs. Obviously, as I say, the second part was all around Leighton Orient because, that's where I would imagine most people know him from and know his work from. But obviously, he's worked at a number of football clubs, done lots of different roles. And now, at West Ham, head of academy recruitment, he's probably one of the only people in that role that's been a manager, that's been an assistant manager, that's been a coach in the EFL as well, and also led that role and had that role in a first team environment as well. So really great listen, as I say, top guy. Lots of appreciation for Ross and lots of thanks for myself as well. So episode 17. Probably one of the only people I think I could get to follow on from someone like Ross, and this is someone that I count as a good friend, but also real football royalty. So this episode will be episode 17 from Tigger to Old Trafford. So it's with Pat Walker. So Pat Walker is first team scout at Manchester United. He was part-time in that role for 23 years, and he left teaching 8 years ago to be full-time at Man United. He's responsible for players 18 years old and upwards, from the Prem to down to under 21 football, and even that, he's performed a wide variety of roles, because before that, up until about 60 years ago when they went to data, he also used to do opposition scouting for Alex Ferguson. So, unbelievable man, just someone that I've got the utmost respect for, someone that was actually my drama teacher at school, at Burt Mill School in Harlow, someone that's, involved with Essex County football, really changed Harlow and West Essex district football, become Essex the force that they was at county football, and just has dealt with a lot of players that have gone on to have professional careers, and some of those players like David Beckham and John Terry and others that have played and captained for their country. So massive respect for Pat, someone, as I say, that I don't feel like you'll hear some of the information that he'll give elsewhere. He's got some great stories about Beckham and some other people that have come through his youth teams and crossed paths with doing his work for Man United. And there's a lot of people obviously in Harlow mentioned in this podcast. I'd really like to get people to tag people in and get people aware of the podcast that are mentioned, and share it to friends if you hear their name mentions, because on top of everything else, Pat's been and he probably will hate me for saying this, he's not been very well the last couple of years. He's fighting his own battles. He's made time for me a couple of times of late for conversations, and I've been seeing him on a Wednesday afternoon to talk football and see how I am, see how he is. But he was also one of the first people when I was sick that he picked up the phone and made sure that he kept in contact with me, and was someone that looked out for me. And I've got, as I say, massive respect, not only as a person, but just all the beliefs and, I'd say, good football habits that I've tried to carry through the years and try to impart on my boy, and now being involved and being back in grassroots football, impart on other boys about discipline and appearance and being good individuals, and treating people with respect, etc. So There's loads in this podcast. As I say, it's a great listen. We go back to how he got into football and how a certain individual, sort of changed his landscape really, and changed his progression into district and then county football and then West Ham and then ultimately into Man United. And it's a great story. I speak about the story more really than his work at Man United. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. As I say, there's going to be lots of people mentioned and spoken about in this pod that you probably know if you're a friend of mine or you've been listening regularly. So please tag them in, get them involved. And as I say, you'll be called from Tigger to Old Trafford. And I hope you enjoy it. I've got so much love for Pat, or Mr. Walker as he used to be known to me. So yeah, enjoy and have a great weekend. And if in doubt, turn it around the corner.